7 signs you are going to be successful. How likely do you think you are to be extremely successful? What are your chances of making your dreams come true? So over the past decade, I have interviewed hundreds of highly successful athletes, CEOs, entrepreneurs, and mentors of mine, and I have found 7 signs that are common across all of these people. These are not theories, these are signs, these are indicators that you are going to be successful. So let's get into it. Sign number 1, you can handle stressful situations. The truth is, life is gonna beat you up and life is gonna beat you down. So when that happens, when life happens and you are stressed, how do you handle it? How are you gonna handle when a death occurs in the family or a friend? How are you gonna handle financial stress when you can't make payroll or when your credit card debt starts accumulating? How are you going to handle a tough breakup or your relationship going through hard times? How are you gonna handle these things? Are you gonna curl up in the fetal position with a bottle of vodka or a blunt and try to use substances to escape? Or are you gonna do something productive, buckle down, and find solutions? Sign number 2, adapting to change. Successful people are masters at adapting to change. And change is inevitable. Seasons are always gonna change. The days are always gonna change. The time of day is always gonna change. Your life is always gonna change. So think about in your life when you had to change schools when you were younger, when you had to change jobs, maybe you changed partners, maybe you had to change who your best friend was. Did you adapt easily and with fluid, or did you have a really rough transition to change? Think about that. Sign number 3, great habits. Great habits are a huge indicator that you are gonna be successful. So you really have to assess and look at your habits. Do you have lousy habits like drinking, smoking, being lazy, procrastinating and putting things off, spending a lot of time just scrolling social media, watching porn, watching TV? Do you spend a lot of time doing lousy habits that don't push you further? Or do you have great habits that empower you to become more successful? Habits like reading, habits like meditating, exercising, journaling, networking, exercising gratitude, affirmations, exercising kindness, asking people what the best part of their day was. Great habits are a sure sign that you will be successful. Sign number 4 that you will be successful is that you find happiness in others' success. This is huge because when you are resentful or jealous, someone in your circle, a friend or family member reaches a high level of success and you feel these jealous, envious emotions, what you're telling the universe is that you're not aligned with that type of success, right? You are projecting this signal into the universe that is ugly, for lack of a better word, an ugly sign that you are not ready for that type of success yourself. So when you see someone that is having success in any field that you know, look at how you're reacting. If you're happy for them, if you were genuinely and authentically excited for their success and you want to congratulate them and you're so happy to see them succeed, that is a sign that you will also be successful. Sign number 5, confidence. The 2 biggest enemies of success are self-doubt and fear. And when you have confidence, it's extremely hard for self-doubt and fear to exist. Confidence is what keeps us moving forward, even in the face of fear. You actually can't have courage without there being fear. So it's okay for fear to exist. but we can overcome these feelings of fear with confidence. As an MMA fighter, there are times before I have to go step in the cage and fight another man who's gonna try to strangle me, who's gonna try to punch me and kick me and knock me out. There are times where fear comes up, but because I have built up confidence through preparation, confidence through mindset, confidence through being surrounded by other confident people, it's that confidence that helps me push forward and become successful. And confidence is a sure sign that you will be successful. Sign number 6, communicating clearly. Some of the most successful people in the world are not the smartest, are not the highest level engineers, are not the highest level scientists or the best attorneys, but most of the time they are the best communicators. Think of your CEOs, think of your charismatic leaders, think about somebody who just communicates clearly and effectively. There are no gray areas, there's no cloudiness. You know exactly what they want, what they need, and they are all, a good communicator is also a great listener. So when you can communicate clearly, which includes listening and knowing what somebody's trying to communicate to you, your relationships are going to be very strong, and that will enable you to be successful. Sign number 7 that you are going to be successful is that you embrace failure. So think about it. How do you handle failing? Do you embrace failure, or do you take it personally? Do you let it get you down? Do you go on a negative downward spiral? Or are you the type of person who embraces a failure? Successful people are ridiculously positive about their success. Walt Disney was fired from news editors who said that he had no imagination. Colonel Sanders, by age 56, has gotten rejected 1,000 times before he started KFC. Charles Oliveira, current UFC lightweight champion, went 10-8 in his first 18 fights in the UFC, and then 10-0, lost 8 times before he came back. And the top salespeople in the world have to experience rejection after rejection in order for them to finally get closes and sales. So ask yourself, how do you handle failure? So how many of these signs do you have? How likely are you to become successful? If you have a few of these signs, congrats, you're definitely on your way to becoming successful. If you have all of these signs, I can pretty much guarantee that you're gonna be very successful at whatever it is that you are focused on. Having these signs is one thing that you need for success, but the other thing that you need for success is accountability. Being accountable that you're gonna execute on these signs and your goals on a daily basis. That's how you truly become successful. In my new program, Accountability Ascension, I will give you the keys to be accountable and successful. If you like my work, go to aliabuzlam.com and join the Ascension team. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Keep ascending.